Hey Star Wars fans, Young Jedi 1440 here again with another diorama video. In this video we'll be going over two of my smaller little displays here. I didn't want to make separate videos because there's not that much to go over, so I decided to combine them. So let's get started with the Han versus Greedo. Okay guys, so for this diorama I just used foam board and made a little box. And I cut out a little window. You can see up here, it's 2 layers, so that when I was putting on the spackling, I could hold it better. And it makes it a little thicker. So I didn't decide to put a ceiling so that I could easily move things in there. And it also lets in more light. If I wanted to, I could put a piece of cardboard up here if I wanted to look a little bit darker. So basically this is really simple to make. I just cut out my little archway, put it over, and then spackled it. Lots of spackling everywhere on the walls, and then I sanded the spackling a little bit. I don't want to sand it too much because I actually like these little like ridges and stuff. It makes it give the feel of Tatooine much better. As for the floor, this is I forgot what it's called. It's like sewing canvas, plastic canvas. It's called plastic canvas. It comes white. I just spray painted it gray, and you can find that at Walmart for really cheap. They actually give you like a bunch of sheets for really cheap. So I bought that. I used to have a Mos Eisley Cantina diorama, but I had to get rid of it because it was too big to keep. For the figures here, Power of the Force Han and Power of the Force Greedo. I don't have the new Greedo or a New Hope Han. For the table here, the table is just one of those Dixie bath, like brushing your teeth, little Dixie cups. And then I have a tea light in there, as you guys can see. You can flip that on. And this is just a little hot glue gun stick that I cut and glued on top, and I put a little hole in the top of the Dixie cup, and I spray painted this gray because I didn't want to paint it, because I painted one of these and it came out with a bunch of brush strokes and it looked ugly, so I just spray painted it. So yeah, and then I cut out another Dixie cup's surface and put it on here so it would be nice and white because it got gray on there, so I just put another one on there so it's nice and white. And then you see the tea light, so it lights up, and you can put that in there, and we can kill the lights if we want. You can see that better. For the benches, I was really happy the way the benches came out. I can take them out if I want. There's straws, because for a while I've been trying to figure out how to make the benches the right way. I've made a bunch of little Mos Eisley Cantinas, and I've tried so many times to make benches. First I used cardboard, then I used cloth, and I sewed it a bunch of cushions, and then I used just foam board by itself, and I still didn't get it the way I wanted, but this time I think I finally got it. I made a little foam core little frame for it, you guys can see right here. And then I took straws that I had left over from my Endor Ewok Village display, and I just hot glued them on here, and I think it really looks like it's supposed to look. I also put some on the side. I didn't put any on this side because then it wouldn't fit in there, but I think that the benches came out really good, and I finally got them the way I want. So when in the future, if I make a Mos Eisley Cantina again, I'm definitely going to use that technique that I learned. So yeah, just passing that knowledge on. It's easy and it comes out really good. This little display for the paint, I just had some sand colored acrylic. I think I have it here. Yeah, it's this one. Apple barrel acrylic paint. That's the paint that I used. So I just painted it with that, and then for this little detail, I always wanted to figure out how to do it. I just took Crayola markers, the thin ones, blue and red, and I just carefully with the ruler right here made it nice and straight, and then carefully went around the archway. You can see over here it got kind of messy, but that's okay because it still looks good. Trying to find the markers to show you guys. Here they are. I just used these two little markers, Crayola markers, the little ones. I don't want to use the thick ones because then the lines would come up too thick, but I used those, and it gave the cool extra little detail. Alright guys, let's move on over here to my Vader's funeral little display. I used to have it in a whole display box with little trees and a starry background, but it was too big to fit where I wanted it to fit. So I wanted to keep this part because I really like this part, so I just cut it out of the diorama. And it's the right size I want. So for this one, you guys can see if we go over here, there's a bunch of rocks from a little bag I bought at the dollar store. And then I covered it with some like little powdery soil stuff that you could find at an art store. And I thought that was a really good effect because it was like the wood was burning, so this was like ash and stuff around it. Because it didn't look right when it was just clean. I was like, it needs something more. As for these are just popsicle sticks, and I cut them. Well, I broke them off the edge of my little table here, right here, and broke them off the edge. And then they came out good, and I just glued them onto a frame of foam board, as you guys can see. And then I just, with a brush, I wet it, dried a little bit, and then just went over it. So, looks like it's burning. This Vader, this is the Revenge of the Sith, Darth Vader from 2005, which was my little brother's, and he kind of destroyed it. So I thought it was good to use in here. Like this, he doesn't even have a lightsaber. These little plants here, these are plants I bought for a school project, and I had extra ones. They're for fish tanks, so I thought they were a good little detail. Over here, I put foil inside here because when it's dark, I have two little tea lights here. Flip those on and put those in there. These are really cool. I found these tea lights at the dollar store also. The dollar store is great for diorama stuff. You can just walk down the aisles and get a bunch of ideas. So I just put foil in there, and there's also like little shiny stuff on the tea lights. And when you turn it around, because the foam board is kind of thin, you guys still can't see it. It's kind of thin, so when it's really dark, there you go. When it's darker, you could actually see it in there, and it's really cool. When I used to have it against the black starry background, you could also see it on the starry background, which made it look just like the movie. But I like this effect because you can see it and then it flickers and everything. So I thought that was really cool. So yeah, those are two of my little easy to make displays. So yeah, comment, let me guys know what you think. Let me know if I could improve on anything. And I'll keep the videos coming. Alright guys, thanks. May the force be with you.